Oh man. Okay. Well, I'm back. Welcome back to another video. So make sure you guys check out my other videos because you need to. You can't just start watching this one. There's steps to the Bible, but I'm gonna skip a lot because I want to start reading Genesis. It says here, the first book of Moses called Genesis. Okay, and if you're new, make sure you guys subscribe, leave a comment below, and give this video a thumbs up. And check out my other videos that I posted. I have gaming videos, I have food reviews, cooking videos, I have vlog, I have special guests, and many more. Alright, so here you go. So first book of Moses called Genesis. So what I want to do is I'm not gonna review like the whole thing here. I'll read you some of it. It says title, author and date, background and setting, and some other things I can't pronounce right now. Okay, so I will read you the background and setting. The initial setting for Genesis is in eternity past. God then, by willing act and divine word, spoke all creation into existence, furnished it, and finally breath life into a lump of dirt, which he fashioned in his image to become Adam. And then God made mankind the crowning point of his creation. Okay, that's all I'm gonna read, okay, in that part. Now I'm just gonna skip all this stuff. And if you're new to the video, make sure you guys go to Barnes & Noble, buy yourself the MacArthur Study Bible, and get yourself one. It's not that much money. It's worth the money because you're going to learn a lot. Okay, you're going to learn a lot. So here it goes. So basically, I read some of this already. So it's gonna be talking about like how man and woman were created. All right. So no further ado, I'm gonna start reading. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the surface of the deep. And the Spirit of God was moving over the surface of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening and there was morning one day. Then God said, "Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the water." Let's go back. I messed up. And let it separate the waters from the waters. God made the expanse and separated the waters which were below the expanse from the waters which were above the expanse. And it was so. God called the expanse heaven, and there was evening and there was morning, a second day. Then God said, "Let the waters below the heavens be gathered into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the earth sprout." I don't know what the vegetarian, I think that is, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees on the earth, bearing fruit after their kind with seed in them. And it was so. The earth brought forth vegetarian plants yielding seed after their kind, and trees bearing fruit with seed in them after their kind. And God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning, a third day. Then God said, let there be lights in the expanse of the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night. And let them be for signs and for seasons, for days and years. And let them be for lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth. And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He made the stars also. God placed them in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth, and to govern the day and the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning, a fourth day. Then God said, let the waters teem with swarms of living creatures, and birds fly above the earth. In the open expanse of the heavens, God created the great sea monsters and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarm after their kind, and every winged bird after its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them, saying, be fruitful, multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth. There was evening and there was morning, a fifth day. Then God said, let the earth bring forth living creatures after their kind, cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth after their kind. And it was so. God made the beast of the earth after their kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creeps on the ground after its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him, male and female. He created them. God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth, and subdue it, and rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. Then God said, behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the surface of all the earth, and every tree which has fruit yielding seed, it shall be food for you. And to everything that moves on the earth which has life, I have given every green plant for food. And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. And then this part says here, the creation of man and woman. Thou the heavens and the earth were completed, and all the host by the seventh day, God completed his work which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day. So that's, the 7 days of the week, and then that's why you have church on Sundays, and God rested on the seventh day. Okay, so let me reread this again. God completed his work which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and I think it's pronounced sanctified it, because in it he rested from all his work which God had created and made. This is the account of the heavens and the earth when they were created in the day that the Lord God made earth and heaven. Now no shrub of the field was yet in the earth, and no plant of the field had yet sprouted, for the Lord had not sent rain upon the earth, and there was no man to cultivate the ground, but in the mist used to rise from the earth, and the water whole surface of the ground. Then the Lord God formed man of the dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. The Lord God planted a garden towards the east in Eden, and there he placed the man who he had formed. I'm going to read that part again. The Lord God planted a garden toward the east in Eden, and there he placed the man whom he had formed. Out of the ground the Lord God caused to grow every tree that is pleasing to the sight and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now a river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it divided and became 4 rivers. The name of the first is, I can't pronounce it, Pishon. It flows around the whole land of, I can't pronounce this one either, Havilah, where there is gold. The gold of that land is good. And then this other words I can't pronounce here, and the Onyx stone are there. The name of the second river is Gihon. It flows around the whole land of Cush, Cush. The name of the third river is Tigris. It flows east of, and the fourth, I can't pronounce this word, and the fourth river is I can't pronounce it. Then the Lord God took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to cultivate and keep it. The Lord God commanded the man, saying, from any tree of the garden you may eat freely, but from the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not. Okay, I'm going to read that part again. From any tree of the garden you may eat freely, but from the tree of knowledge of good and evil you should not. For in the day that you eat from it, you will surely die. So that's why, man and woman now, that's why we all pass away, because it gets really interesting, because Eve, she was deceived by a serpent, and the serpent works with the devil, and she was lied to, and so she took a bite of this fruit and then passed it on to Adam, and then now, so basically women messed up everything pretty much. But hey, Adam had a choice: either take a bite from this fruit that, that's from good and evil, or not. And he shouldn't have done that, but alright, so anyway, he should have not done that, but it happened, so. Alright, so what was I here? Alright, so then I'll read this part again, okay? So from any tree of the garden you may eat freely, but from the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For in the day that you eat from it, you will surely die. So once when Eve ate from, ate the fruit from the good and evil, it says here you will surely die. But people didn't listen, so that's what happened. Then the Lord God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make him a helper suitable for him." So that's what women were created, because, God thought, we would be lonely, and women are supposed to be helpers, but nowadays, like, government trying to, they ruined that for the family. Now you have females working. They're supposed to be housewives, but they're not. Now they're working. They messed that up. All right. So now it says here, out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast. Let's go back. I'm gonna reread it. Then the Lord God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make him a helper suitable for him." Out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every bird of the sky, and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And whatever the man called a living creature, that was his name. The man gave names to all the cattle, and to the birds of the sky, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helper suitable for him. So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and he slept. Then he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh at that place. So God put Adam to sleep and took a rib from him, and that's how he made woman. So you know how man, I believe man is X and then woman is Y. So he took, let's call it like so basically just listen what this says here, I don't want to change up the word. So he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh at that place. Okay, that's what happened. So he put him to sleep, a deep sleep, took a rib, boom, made a woman. Okay, so the Lord God fashioned into a woman the rib which he had taken from the man. I'll read that part again. The Lord God fashioned into a woman the rib which he had taken from the man, and brought her to the man. The man said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man." So God made Adam asleep, took a rib, boom, made a woman, and there you go. That's how you get the word woman from man, because out of us. Alright? For this reason man shall leave his father and his mother, and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed. So this is what happened. So before Eve, right, took a bite of this fruit, they were not able to see themselves naked. Like if I was, let's say I was, I don't want to say I'm Adam. Okay, so Adam, back then, before Eve took a bite of this fruit, right, before she was deceived, right, like lied to, Adam couldn't see her naked, right, because he didn't know, he didn't know what's good and evil. So once when Eve took a bite of this fruit, then he was able to see how she looked like. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, let's go back to the book. Alright, so it says here, because I'm going to read this again, okay? For this reason, a man shall leave his father and his mother, and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed. The fall of man. Fall of man. Oh, 1 second, guys. Oh my God, I only got 20 minutes. Okay, so in the next video, I'm gonna read the fall of man. Okay. If you guys made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Make sure you guys leave a comment below. Leave a comment below with the words Bible, and so I know you guys made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you are new, and buy yourself a Bible, guys. Buy yourself a Bible. Read it. Learn from it. Okay? Don't believe what people say in the news, because right now news is fake, man. There's propaganda, and this Rona. It's just trying to, this government trying to control the people, and it's stupid, man. How people trying to control the people, man. That's ridiculous. Just people just live your life, pay bills, get yourself a job, relax, live in peace. And that's all, man. Treat your wife good, treat your husband good, treat your kids good, and you be good, man. That's all you gotta do, man. Why people trying to make lives harder for other people, Support each other, love each other. If someone needs a place to live, help them out, man. Help them out. And I appreciate you guys' support. Make sure you guys check out my other videos. And no further ado, it's been real. I'm happy to be here and read this Bible to you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.